Yeah.
I really want a puppy. Alex, I want a puppy so bad. Let me have a puppy, Alex. Let me have a puppy. Let me have a puppy. Let me have a puppy. Hi, I'm Cheryl Medeiros.
And I'm Colleen Hungerford. And this is We're Doing This Right, right? A podcast for the whole woman. Mind, body, soul, and business.
It's humor infused, as real as it gets, inspiring, and you'll walk away with real usable tools for life and business.
If you love what you're hearing, please share with a friend, subscribe so you'll never miss an episode, and rate and review whenever you listen.
So find your earbuds, lace up your walking shoes, or cozy up with a beverage of your choice. It's time to dig in. We might have done it a little bit wrong towards the end of the last episode. And so please forgive me for any editing snafus because Colleen's internet just quit during a storm. And
It was
then
like,
I just was like,
bye.
okay, bye.
My internet was like, peace out. I'm over it. You're done working. It's Friday. Goodbye.
Yeah. So
that was it.
We wrapped very quickly. I don't know what the end of it's going to sound like because I haven't even finished editing it yet. So I'm not even sure what the last question we asked was. So I would say it's fine. You guys, it's fine. This is part 2, though. We had a lot of fun. We got a lot of more really good questions that came in. So I'm very excited to go through these.
Let's do it.
So I do think that we missed your whole shark story. Do you feel like you want to recount that?
I mean, yes, absolutely. Okay. So
tell us the scariest thing that you've ever done.
Scariest thing I've ever done. Okay. So my husband and I, for our honeymoon, we went to South Africa, and we decided that if we're in South Africa, we're going to do something cool. We're going to do cool things. So we decided to go shark cage diving in Shark Alley at the bottom of South Africa, which if Shark Week is actually happening right now. So this is really, relevant. But if you know anything about Shark Week or great whites that breach, July, which is when we got married, is peak great white breaching time in South Africa. So we booked this trip. Keep in mind, we're like, newly married. We're 27 years old. So, I haven't done a lot in my life at this point. I have done it, but, and we go out on this boat, and it is like, us and like a few other people. I would say there's probably 10 of us on the boat. So we didn't go in the cages that like go below the boat. These cages are attached to the boat, but you're still in the water with the sharks. And the way the cage is set up is it has like a lid, kind of like a basket with a lid at the top. And you're wearing like a snorkel and a wetsuit. And in order to see under the water, you have to like pull yourself down. And there's a bar at the bottom of the cage where you kind of like hook your feet under to help you stay down. Well, it was kind of far down, and I wasn't super tall enough to get my feet under there. So behind me, there was some other bar, and I was kind of like bending my knees and pulling myself down with the bar behind me. So all of a sudden, this big great white comes, and she's like circling us and circling. I mean, this shark was like 3 meters. So what is that, 9 feet? Like that's a big fucking shark. So if you know anything about sharks, first of all, in real life, they are terrifying, but also really beautiful and like really like you're like, oh my God, like you feel very respectful of these giant animals. So anyway, so they circle, right? And there was this big fish head in the water that they were using as like bait to bring the sharks to you. And how they hunt is they circle, and then they dive really deep down. And then they shoot straight up in the air. And this is where the breaching comes from, is they shoot straight up through the water, bite their prey, and then the sheer velocity and force of them like going up shoots them out into the air, out of the water, and then they like come back down. So this great white shark, goes all the way down, and we have a video we have it on YouTube and we'll link it in the thing so you guys can see it. It was on like a underwater camera that we bought at Costco in 2010. So that's the quality of the
Super high
video.
quality.
Super high quality. Anyway, you see the shark coming up, jumps up in the air, comes all the way back down in the water, and then like head first slams into the cage that we are in. It's like me and David and like a 14-year-old boy that's on this with us. And all of a sudden you hear the captain of the boat going, okay, everybody out, everybody out, everybody out. And he like flings the thing over and we all have to like climb out. And he's like, okay, and that's the end of the trip for today. And we were just like, oh my God. It was the coolest, scariest experience. Probably not in my like I've had a lot of cool experiences, but like probably the scariest, coolest experience I've ever had. And not a lot of people can say that. So I think that was it. And I highly recommend it. The other part of this, which I forgot to say, is when I was hooking my feet in the back, what I didn't realize is that I was putting my feet outside of the cage. So this shark was like circling our cage and my feet were just like dingly, 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 dangling out of the back into the open water and could have been like shark bait, like shark
snack.
Prey, little snack for the big fish head. Anyway, there's a part of the video where you can hear where I go, oh my God, my feet were outside of the cage. And David's like, what? So please go and watch it. It's hilarious. It's terrible quality, but it's amazing. So that's the scariest thing.
Okay.
What's our next?
Let's see. If you could live anywhere in the country, where would you choose to live?
Oh, well, I did choose. I chose here. I don't know. I love it here. I do love it here. If I could choose anywhere in the country, regardless of finances and whatever, I do really love it here. But I'd probably move back to California, like Northern Bay Area, something like that. That's probably where I grew up in Marin County and I freaking love it there. So I'd probably do that. What about you?
I think I'm San Luis Obispo County. I think I'm right where I want to be. I love it here. I may not live in this house.
Yeah.
I think I would, if money was no object, like money's no object and I can pay someone to clean my house every single day.
Yeah.
I would live in Margarita Farms and one of like the 3,500 square foot homes that's in Margarita Farms. Not because I need a house that big. I don't actually want a house that big. It's just that I really love this little community and the homes that are there are massive. So it would have to be a house that big to live in that little community. But they're like ranchettes on 5 to 10 acres, very close to town, beautiful sunsets, just like it's still in the little town I live in. I love living in Santa Margarita. So it would just give me everything that I want.
Yeah.
To be able to live there. But it would have to be a massive.
So like when I lived in California, our house was 1,300 square feet, or 1,400 square feet, which was small. Really, and there were homes there and we were like, oh my God, like to live in a 2,000 square foot house or a 3,000 square foot house would be amazing. And then I moved here and like the houses here are fucking huge. I mean, like when I tell you I've sold a 12,000 square foot house. Like, can you even imagine 12? And like I show houses all the time that are like 8 to 10,000 square feet. Like, can you imagine? Like my house is.
I don't want to live in something that big. My house right now is, I think we're in 2,400 square feet at this house. And it's in fact,
it's a ranch,
when we do not have an au pair.
Floor?
Yeah, it's one story. Yeah, one level. When we do not have an au pair, we really don't use two of the bedrooms. And I'm like, oh, when we like those 4 months without an au pair, I was like, we don't need a house this big. The kids all sleep in our room. Like we get a 2-bedroom house is plenty. 2-bedroom plus an office, we're good. Like we don't need, it's more to clean, which is why I said if money was no object and I could like pay someone to clean my house every day and like follow those little shits around and pick up everything that they're leaving everywhere. And by little shits, I'm including me and my husband because we're not the best either. And the dogs and the animals and everybody. then yeah, for sure, I'll take a 3,000 square foot house. But it would go to waste. But at least then, like, guests could come comfortably stay, and
You know what the difference
you know,
is, and my friend said this to me when I was moving here. She's like, in California or in places with good weather, like you're outside most of the time. So your outdoor space is a huge part of your house. And there are many, like half the year where we're not going out, like we're not utilizing our outdoor space because it's raining or it's cold or it's snowing or whatever. So you're living more inside your house. So our house now is, I think, 4,000 square feet. And I'm definitely, there's times where I'm like, we need a bigger house. Like we need more. But it's also because of the way our layout is. And it's it's two
did you
stories.
say 4,000 square feet? Your house is
Yeah.
4,000?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Like a
I know.
mansion. Colleen lives in a mansion, you guys.
Not
Colleen's so
compared to people
rich.
here. Not compared to people here. Are you kidding me? My house is like tiny. But so funny. Okay, anyway, we digress, but ask us anything.
Yeah, San Luis
What
Obispo
else?
County is where I want to live. I'm where I want to be. I would have a really hard time leaving. I would like to change. No, I can't. This is not a political podcast. So
Okay,
stop.
no, just keep going.
Okay. While we're on, if money was no object, if that last question was from Jennifer Eckel,
Oh,
newest
I love
realtor in Ohio,
it.
Columbus, Ohio,
Yes, I'm
everybody.
so
So
excited.
if
She's
you're
so
looking
close
for
now.
an agent. Okay, this next one is from Tracy, and Tracy is in
Long Island.
Brooklyn? No, Long
Long
Island.
Island.
Thank you.
Long
New
Island.
York.
Yeah.
Sorry, geography has never been my strong point. Tracy Clennon in Long Island. If money was no object and you could switch careers for a day, what would you choose to do? Not for a day, I guess just switch careers if money was no object.
Like if I didn't have to work for money,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would work. Like, I mean, I don't know. I do love helping. I don't know. I mean, I think maybe I would be doing what I'm doing because I really do like it, but it would be a lot less stressful. Or maybe I would
You
be, I
have
mean, we talk about like, oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? You know what I want to do so bad? And I want to have a store, right? And this is like everybody's dream. Have you seen these things on Instagram or whatever where it's like every girl wants to have a bookstore that's a flower shop that's also a coffee shop? I don't want the bookstore part, but I want like a really like beautiful high end like shop that you can come, basically like a charcuterie shop, like a deli, but like you come in and you can buy wine, you can get really great coffee, and you can get some good produce, and you can get, but it's very like they have a lot of them in LA, but that would be my dream. I would love that.
That's nice. I think that if that's not my dream. If money was so when you said all women, this is everybody. No, that's not my dream. I don't want to have a
Oh my
store
god, it's
all.
all over Instagram. You see like every woman wants a bookshop that's a flower shop that's a whatever. I just
No,
want
and
to
our
come in and
feeds are
like
different. That's not on my
tootle
feed at all. I've
around.
not seen it at all. I've curated my feed differently than yours. Okay, so my if money was no object, I would do what I'm doing, but I would sleep in later. No, because I like getting up. I don't know, guys. I
I
might
don't
just
know. It's
be
hard.
it
I
would
would
all
like to
just be
still
a
be,
little less stressful. It would just all be
yeah.
like a little less stressful. I'd take more vacations. Alex
Yeah.
wouldn't work.
Yeah. I would do what I'm doing and have my little flower charcuterie shop and have all the people set up to do all the things so that it could operate without me. And then I could come in and like, I don't know, do what I wanted to do like run the thing, but then also go to Greece for 2 months.
This is
That's
consistent with where I'd live if money was no objects. Is I still would have a housekeeper that was here every day.
yeah.
I just want a house manager. Just someone
I
come
do
do all the
too.
stuff.
Yeah.
Just come do everything. I don't want to do the stuff. Okay, so if you could redesign your home without any budget constraints,
Oh.
all these realtors wanting to be rich. Uh, what unique features would it have? Okay, a fucking indoor
Oh.
dog washing station, a fucking
Ooh.
massive laundry room with like a great area to fold clothes and a great area to hang clothes to dry, and like an actual sink in my laundry room, which I've still never had, and so much natural light and like big, huge windows.
Mhm.
And okay, what else? I'm like a big primary suite in my bedroom overlooking my big canyon. Like I would keep my views and I'd have just big windows and I'd have the remote that closes the shades at bedtime, or I clapper ready for
Yeah.
bed, close those shades. Hey, Siri, close the shades. Mommy's tired. I'm not really talking to you, Siri. Get out of here. And I would like want to take my bath in there, big, nice closet that like Declutter with Danielle has designed and put everything away, and everything
Oh,
just
yeah.
flows so smoothly. Or Mariah and her Style Girl. What's
Oh
that
my god, Mariah and
service?
Style the Bare Minimalist and Style Riot, I want them to, like,
Mhm.
set up my closet
Closet designed by them.
and
Like,
buy
just
all my clothes.
I guess I at this point, the 3,000 square feet, I could see why I need 3,000 square feet if we're doing this. I could see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's making
Uh,
sense.
I I don't know. I have so many ideas. I think that I want a really beautiful I have a friend who lives in San Juan Capistrano, like, down Southern California, and she has a beautiful home, and it's, like, one of those Santa Barbara style, mission style, where it's like a U shape, basically,
Mm,
and then in the middle is this,
darn.
like, beautiful pool and outdoor kitchen area and whatever. I would love that. I love a beautiful outdoor space. I think that to me is super important. I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff like the dream home here that was like a $10 million house that was also like, I don't know, 12,000 square feet, had like a massage meditation
Mm,
room that was like
mm.
it had two of the walls were windows that overlooked like this golf course and this forest area. And that was like beautiful. I mean, I've seen some crazy shit in some of these houses. Like that house also had a gun range, which is weird. But I've been in houses that have
Uh,
had like bowling alleys. I don't think I need that. Or like indoor pools, which I think are weird. I don't know. I don't know. I think because I see so many things, it's hard for me to like think about that one.
What's interesting is I'm noticing my responses were like my two pain points came first. My laundry room and my bathroom,
Yeah,
because
your dream house was all about laundry.
those are my two pain points in this house. It's like what do I need to fix right away? I'm so logical that I'm like, "Oh, what don't I like right now?" But I
Yeah.
also like want an infinity pool that
Yeah.
overlooks my view, and I want a hot tub, and I have also a dream for like this current house I'm in. And like I'm going to put the retaining walls and the fence and keep the fucking goats out of my area. And I'm going to put
Yeah.
some turf in. I'm going to put these big shade sails in, and I'd like to have some misters installed, and
Mm,
a hot tub and pool, and like just really nice an outdoor kitchen, just really
yeah.
like make my outdoor space really functional and livable and amazing
I
for
would love
entertainment.
a really beautiful garden, like really beautiful garden boxes, like vegetable garden. And a client of mine is going to put in like a really beautiful greenhouse in her new home. And I'm just like, oh, but I also want someone else to make it good and keep everything alive.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, we need it. If money's no object, we're definitely hiring
yeah.
somebody to do
Okay.
all of that stuff. Okay, let's see. Oh, I like this one from Giselle. And Giselle is in Atlanta.
Tampa.
Tampa. Sorry, guys. Thank God Colleen's here.
Giselle Flores is our wonderful friend, amazing woman who is also our referral partner in Tampa, Florida.
Okay. So, what advice would you offer your 25-year-old self?
Oh my God, number one, pay off your student loans. Just pay them off. Pay
Yeah.
them off.
Are yours
Um,
gone?
no, I am 41
Mm,
years old and I still have a shit ton of student loans to pay off. But here's the thing, I told you about how I won the jackpot, the Vegas jackpot.
mhm.
And for those of you who haven't heard that story, I'll tell it another time. But long story short, I won $134,000 on a Vegas slot machine. And one of the pieces of advice that I got from an advisor who's like my advisor in college who I trusted. He was like, "Don't pay off your student loans. There's such a low interest rate. Like, you don't need to do that." I could have paid off my student loans at 22 years old, and I am now 41 still paying them off. It's the biggest regret that I have in my life.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so that's what I would tell myself. And I would say invest, buy a house, because I almost also bought a house when I was 22 when I was in grad school, and then we ended up not, like, it didn't work. It didn't the deal fell
What
through.
year was that? What year was that?
Oh, 5.
Imagine. Oh, well, you would have written out the '08. But if
Yeah,
you would have
oh
written
five
it
oh
out,
six.
you would have done fine.
Yeah.
I mean, the appreciation that you would have had from
Dude.
'05 to now, you would be
And
so grateful.
it was in Corvallis, Oregon, where the taxes are minimal, and it's a college town, so there's tons of people. I mean, like, ugh. So I would have bought that. I would have what did I tell myself at 25? Yeah, like, invest, be smart with your money, get real estate. I think that's about it. I mean, those are the things that I wish I would have done. I would tell myself, like, don't do all these weird diets. Like, um, be kinder to yourself. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses, like that whole thing. And really invest in what's important. But really, it would be to buy real estate and invest. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a realtor, but, like, I really wish I had done that. Paid off my student loans and invested in real estate. So,
Mhm.
what would you tell
Yeah,
yourself?
I would say reduce your overhead and invest in real estate.
Yeah.
Both of those things. I would tell 25-year-old me, like, buy more real estate before you have kids, before you
Yep.
have all the expenses that, like, make it a lot harder to do it, because it would have put myself in a better position. Now, yeah, be kinder to me, like, everything's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Still
I
telling
would all
myself, like, life's gonna happen how it's supposed to. Just trust it.
I
Trust
would tell
yourself.
myself to, like, chill out on your timelines. Like, I
Mm,
had really set some really stiff timelines for myself. Like, I wanted to be married by a certain time. I wanted to have kids by a certain time. And I was really regimented about that. And I think I would have, and I had Vivian when I was 31, which isn't, we would have been married for 4 years. It was fine. But I almost would have, I, I don't know. I maybe would have waited a little bit longer, or, like, maybe would have used that 4 years a little differently instead of stressing out about, like, when are we going to have kids? When am I going to have kids? I might have
yeah,
should have
don't be in
enjoyed
such a
that.
rush. I do
Yeah.
always think that when I'm talking to younger people, like, don't be in such a rush. Like, growing up's a trick. Like,
Yeah.
it's such a
Chill out.
trick, even from 25 to 30, like 35. Like, this is such a trick. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't be in such a hurry. Like, this part's hard. Enjoy that part.
Yeah.
This part's amazing,
It's
but it's
amazing.
hard.
And I don't know that I would wanna be I mean, I had my kids, I think, at the right time, because I don't know that I would want to be older, Like, I think there comes different challenges with being older when you're a parent. Like, you're just, "Listen, I'm tired. I can't imagine having
Word.
a baby right now." And remember the other day, and we can talk about this now because now I know the answer, but remember the other day when I was like, I haven't gotten my period, and I don't know if I'm pregnant or if I'm having menopause or if it's stress or if it's all three. And then there was a point where I was like, "Oh my god, if I have a baby right now, that is a lot to take on." It would have been lovely. I would have been totally fine. I'm not pregnant. It was just stress. But that would have been a lot to take on, like, starting all over again. Dude. So, anyway, okay.
Dude,
What's
I can't
next?
believe that you don't have, like, precautions in place to know that you're not pregnant.
Well, okay, so very, very, like, TMI, but also who cares? You guys are all my friends, and our 4 listeners don't even listen, but David had a vasectomy, but I am, like, the person who would get pregnant. Like, I am the person who would be the, like, 0.9% to get pregnant with the vasectomy, and it's been 6 years, so it's like so I think it was also me,
Okay,
like, being in denial of the fact that, like, I might be perimenopausal. I'm
You'd
I must be
rather be
pregnant.
worried you're pregnant than worried you're going through menopause.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Okay.
That's really funny. Okay. So, what is your favorite holiday tradition?
Oh, I love Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. I love Easter. We're not like we celebrate Easter more like not very religiously. We celebrate Easter like Easter bunny vibes. Those are my two favorite. Growing up, my mom always did Greek Easter, which is not always on it's on the Orthodox calendar, so it's different. And that was always really fun and really cool. And she would make a lot of Greek food and like it was fun. But yeah, those are my two favorite. We do turkey
Well,
bowl on Thanksgiving, which I love. Where we play
ooh,
football.
what do you do?
We
Oh,
play. We have like a family football game. David used to do this with his buddies when he was younger. They would all like break into the climb the fence and break into the elementary school and like play a football game. He and all his buddies that he grew up with. They did it all through high school and even into college. And even like past college, they would do it sometimes. And then when we moved here, I was like, let's do turkey bowl on Thanksgiving. Like, and we've done it every year since we've been here, and it's super fun.
mm, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite holiday tradition. My mom always makes cinnamon rolls, and now I make cinnamon rolls.
Mm,
So that just feels like warm and fuzzy and
I love
like
that.
it's for Christmas, it's for Thanksgiving, it's for Easter. We do it on all of them. So that one just feels warm and fuzzy and nice to me.
I
So,
love that.
mhm. Okay, and that was from Valerie Donna in Dana, Seattle. I think I
Yeah.
got that one right. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
I'm a dog person.
Same,
You're an
but
all animals person.
I currently have 3 cats and no dogs. No, I have 2 dogs. Why do I
What are
forget
you talking
that I
about? We
have
were just talking about
dogs?
your
Just
dog
'cause
this
they live
morning.
outside. I know, I have 2 dogs, 3 cats, but I'm a dog person, and these are my first cats I've ever had. I don't like cats, but I like Cheddar.
Let me tell you about what happened today. This
Tell
is
me.
this is why our job is wild, okay? I got a text message from a client. I got an email. I got an email from a client. It was at their inspection and I couldn't make their inspection today because I woke up with a sick kid and whatever. And he's like, "Colleen, our daughter was bitten by a cat at the inspection. Can you please find out if this cat has had all its own shots and if they're taking the cat?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, like how did this happen?" So I I'm just like, "Okay." So I messaged the listing agent. It's not their cat. It's just like a barn cat that moved in. Like it's just like a cat that lives on the property. And so they have no idea. And I'm just like, these fucking cats, man, like they're wild. Like, have you ever been?
Feral.
Imagine being. Apparently, it was not like that big of a bite, but when the email came across, I was like, "What is happening?" Like,
What did I
and he
miss?
sent me a
Oh.
picture of the cat, like up in the rafters. I was dying. Anyway,
Ugh. So did the girl have to go get a shot? Like a
I don't
rabies
know.
shot?
I mean, I
Probably.
don't know. I passed along the information. I was like, "Is she okay? Like, what is happening?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, she's fine. We're just like trying to be cautious."
Careful.
Yeah. I was like, "I don't know,
Well,
pour
in
some
California,
peroxide
that
on it."
could be a lawsuit.
Yeah,
Yikes.
I was terrified. Like, that's immediately what I thought about. I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
what is gonna happen here?"
Oof. What is your favorite game to play with family or friends?
Like
Listen,
board
I wanna play
game?
Candy Crush by myself. That's what I wanna
Um, I don't
uh,
I'll tell you what game you should not play, and it's Monopoly. Like, don't play Monopoly because
I never have gotten into it.
I love Monopoly actually, but, like, I think people get crazy about it. I don't know. I don't know. Who is that from?
Mm. That was Valerie too.
Oh, great.
Uh, did we talk about what our biggest goals are for the second half of the year?
No, we didn't.
Okay. What are our biggest goals for the second half of the year from Jen Miller in Denver, Colorado? Our
Oh,
newest Inspire Her Collective
just gonna
leader
say that. Our newest Inspire Her
launching
leader.
Denver.
So excited for Jen. Also, if anybody listening wants to be an Inspire Her leadership member, please let us know because we are
We're growing. We're launching.
growing. Yep, we're launching.
Mhm.
So I don't know. My biggest goals for the second half of the year, I am. I thought I was closer, but I'm very, very close to halfway of my big production goal that I set for myself this year. So I'm really pumped on that.
Kinda girl.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. Like I'm pretty close to halfway. So that is amazing. So I'd like to continue that. And I have, well, like, spoiler alert, announcement, like, I added a woman to my team, so I'm growing my team, and I'd like to add one more team member by the end of the year so that I can have 2. So my team will be officially launching in probably September, although we've already started. I don't know, I have some fitness goals that I'd like to achieve as well. One of the things I put on my as my goals is I'd like to get back to doing like one date night with David, and then kind of post our conversation with Susie, I'd like to do one kind of date night with my dad a month if I can figure out how to do that with him. And I swear to God, I know I've said this so many times and everybody is so annoyed with me about it, but I think I have, not convinced is not the right word, but
She's going to Greece.
I think I'm going to go to Greece for fall break. I think I'm doing it. The kids have got a long fall break and it's in October, which is like off, more off season, and but the weather's still wonderful. I told David, I was like, this is like my destiny. And if I don't do it, I'm gonna freak out. And he was like, oh my God, you're so weird. I was like,
Well, good.
yeah. So those
Good
those are
girl.
my big goals. What about you?
Okay. So, I mean, in goals to me are like I'm working, like we're doing them.
Yeah.
So there's a team
Mm,
reconfiguration happening out
yes.
here that should be wrapped up by the end of the year. And so adding at least one new team member that I'm actively working with. And that's going to do a lot for my production. And that's great. I
Yeah.
have launched and will continue to, I'm coaching agents here
Yes.
on technology and systems and processes and just like showing them the way I'm doing things and how you can work smarter and not harder, and I'm going to continue that. And that's growing. Like, I think my big goal is like alternate streams of revenue other than
Yeah.
just having real estate revenue from my sphere of influence. So, like, how else can I generate revenue outside of just my sphere? So, that is through collaborating with other agents. That is through coaching other agents. That is through the InspireHER Collective that is
Yeah.
launched.
That's
That is
also, we should
through
talk about
that is through like national speaking engagements that Colleen and I are
that.
also
Yeah.
pursuing. So like professionally, like growth. Let's go. Like alternate streams of revenue in addition to real estate and the team that I'm building. And personally, my goal remains to be a more calm and patient mother and present for my children. And then also, really, by the end of this year, I'd like to have retaining wall, fencing, and turf in. I'd like my yard landscaped by the end of the year
Mm, yeah.
because I'm
Oh,
tired of my goats being right here and I want a new dog.
oh, yeah. We
I'm
we
ready
want
for
to.
a puppy.
Yeah.
I really want a puppy. Alex, I want a puppy so bad. Let me have a puppy, Alex. Let me have a puppy. Let me have a puppy. Let me have a puppy.
Okay, so I want to really quickly talk about Inspire Her because I do have to we do have to wrap up. We are launching now. We have Inspire Her Indianapolis, we have Inspire Her San Luis Obispo. Jen Miller is launching in Denver. We have 2 other really great cities that are in the works that are coming up. For those people listening, if that's something that you're interested in or you know somebody that's in your that would be interested, we're really
We're expanding.
expanding. Go ahead.
Let me tell you what Inspire Her Collective really is. So, Inspire Her Collective is a group of women so we have created these groups in our cities, and we have made it very simple for you to basically franchise this in your own city. And we've given you literally every template. You just follow step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 to create this in your own city. And what this provides for you in your city is a diverse group of women from all different industries. It's women in leadership, women in entrepreneurship, small business owners that will meet twice a month, once in person and once virtually. And you will work together through topics that we provide for you, topics that you decide are relevant for your group. And it's a light lift for everybody, but very impactful and very valuable for everybody in the group. And the idea really is we rise by lifting all. So you're going to work together to lift all. If you are the leader of the group, you will join our leadership group, which gets quarterly coaching calls with us to help you both run your group successfully, but also just leadership coaching and training with Colleen and I. And the idea, like really the idea behind it, I'm a realtor. In my community, I want other soldiers out there marching and like screaming from the rooftops that people should work for me. Like I can't be the only one out there saying like, I'm a great
Right.
realtor. I need other people telling people that I'm a great realtor, or I will never get enough business to make it. So
Right.
that
And
was
we
kind
want
of
to do that for
we want
other.
you to have that. Yes. I want you to have that for you. And I want I want to scream for other business owners. Like
Right.
Jessica's a great parent coach and young adult coach. Like, please support Jessica's business. And the Inspire Her members all get this podcast as a platform to support their business. And there's so many amazing benefits to it. We are loving it. The Inspire Her Collective group and Slow love what we're doing. I know the indie group is thriving and doing really well.
Yep.
And we are so excited to help people launch this in your own cities. So if this is something you're interested in, please reach out and let's get you started. So
Yes.
we're pumped.
Very, very, very excited. So much more to
Thank
come.
you. Keep doing it right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
That's a wrap. Thank you for joining us on this journey of laughter, life, and growth.
And remember, you're not alone on this path to success. We're right here with you every step of the way.
Please remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you found value in today's conversation, we'd be thrilled if you would leave us a review on your favorite platform. Your feedback means the world to us.
And don't forget to share this podcast with your friends, family, and anyone who could use a good laugh and some practical insight into navigating the challenges and triumphs of our minds, body, soul, and business.
Remember, we're doing this right.